Steve, this is last trip for Chris Demarco, and if you could just describe what you see of his journey and his impact on the team in his 13 years with the club.
First of all, we just went and saw his office, his new office. So, what a strange day for him, to come to his new arena, go to his new office, come back to our locker room, help us, play a game, try to win a game. And then that's it. He's staying here, and it's almost surreal. So he's been just a great coach, great friend. I'm going to miss him. 12 years with him, and hugely valuable to our team. He's kind of done it all. My first year, he was an advanced scout, and he's obviously eventually came to the bench. Has worked both sides of the ball, worked in player development, but he's really become a great friend, and I'm going to really miss him. He's a huge part of our staff, and we're going to have to fill in the void that he leaves, both strategically and just, who he is as a person, what he means to all of us.
To follow on that for a second, Steve, when you got the job, what did you see in him early on that signaled that you wanted to keep him on your staff?
Well, Bob Myers called me and said there's one guy from the previous staff I think you should talk to and interview, as I was putting my staff together. So I sat down with Chris and instantly connected and knew that I wanted him to be part of it. And so that's how it all started.
As for tonight, is Jimmy good to go?
I think so, yeah. I haven't talked to our training staff yet.
How much discussion was there about, I know guys played heavy minutes last night, about Steph, Draymond potentially sitting, or did they kind of know?
If there had been any concern, then, I would have heard from the training staff. We've had a lot of rest lately. The last couple of weeks have been the softest part of our schedule. But obviously going overtime last night, quick turnaround, it is a concern. I'm going to try to play a lot of people tonight and, hopefully hold those guys' minutes down as much as I can.
What did you see from the last night, from last night's game? Anything jump out to you?
Well, the turnovers obviously at the end of the third, and then also at the end of the fourth. And Toronto made us pay. They made big shots, and but we didn't handle the end of the game well.
Coach, obviously we know, the main focal points of your team, Steph, Draymond, Jimmy, but for someone like Will to come in as a rookie and pretty much be in the rotation from the beginning, what have you made of his development so far this season? Well,
he arrived in our facility over the summer as a very well-developed player. He played 4 years of college and obviously played in huge games, won a national championship. But you can see he's very fundamentally sound. The jump stops, the pivots, the passing, shooting the ball well. He just has a good feel. He's one of our best runners in transition, which sets up an entire possession for everybody else, even if he doesn't get the ball. And then he was there early. He was in our gym, in August and September before camp started. So he got a head start. He put in the work, and our coaches, our young coaches, were there with him every day. And I think it all helped him, just be ready for the role he's in now.
Michael Porter Jr. has obviously been the engine for this Nets offense, and he's maintained his efficiency that he's had in the past while scaling up, in the still off-ball role. Just what has stood out to you the most about what he's been able to do in the film that you've watched of the team and what you've seen of him
His
here?
Health, he's healthy, he looks strong, he's confident. It's great to see, given the issues that he had early in his career, multiple back surgeries. Just thrilled to see him out there feeling free and confident and healthy. And he's always been an unquestionably talented, gifted player. I mean, that's why he was so highly ranked, coming out of school. But obviously the injuries, lowered his where he ended up in the draft. But a hell of a player.
Hi, Steve. Jackie Powell with the 9 Basketball. There are fewer women on NBA coaching staffs now than there were 5 years ago. And so I'm just curious why you think that is and how the NBA can do a better job ensuring women have opportunities to not only get in the door, but have a shot at being head coaches, not just in this league, but in the WNBA as well.
I didn't know that. That's surprising to me. I would imagine some of the women who have been coaching in the league are now coaching in the WNBA. So that's good. If that, if the league, the NBA were kind of a stepping stone for some of them. I think it's just like anything else when there's kind of a pattern that's been there for years. I mean, it's obviously both sports are dominated by their own gender, and when that's a common theme, it's just that remains common for a while. And I think Pop obviously broke the barrier with hiring Becky a few years ago, and I know things have begun to change, but it's just I don't have a great answer for you.
Just going back to Chris for a second, after getting to know him over these years, what do you think will be some of his strengths and kind of best attributes as the head coach of the Liberty?
He watches everything. He was constantly keeping his finger on the pulse of the game wherever, FIBA, European basketball. He studies the trends. He loves the game, and he's also just a great dude. Like, he's really fun to be around and to collaborate with. He's smart, but he's doesn't have to be the smartest guy in the room, and he's seen an awful lot here, in his last 14 years, I guess, here. So he's seen this team through everything, and so that experience will serve him well. But bottom line, he's a hell of a basketball coach. He's a great guy. He's going to do a really good job.
Steve, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn's strategy of attempting to develop 5 rookies at once?
Looks like it's working. I watched the Minnesota game today. That was impressive, and I don't know. I just think that every time we've played them over the last couple of years, they've been just energetic, well organized, well coached. So there's they came to our place last year, beat us. I think we came here last year and it was like 24-6 right out of the gate. We had to fight to win at the end. So I just think they're doing a great job. Jordy's doing a great job. His staff, player development in the face of obviously a rebuild. But 7 out of 10 wins, best defense in the league in December. So they're doing something right.
Hello, Coach. Nets #1 defense over the last 10 games in the league. I was wondering, what do you expect in terms of out of a team like today's intensity and composure tonight?
I'm sorry, I didn't. I missed the first part of it. The door was open.
So the Nets is in the defense #1 over the last 10 games in the league. What do you expect out of a team in terms of intensity and the composure tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they're a long athletic team at multiple spots, and they cause a lot of problems defensively, with that activity. So you may have heard me say this once or twice, but we've got to take care of the ball tonight and execute. But I think what makes tonight a little different is just the quick turnaround, the back-to-back, the overtime game in Toronto. So we've got to get a lot of guys on the floor tonight and execute well with different lineup combinations. Thank you.